This is Nicole Anderson, and I will be discussing the four chosen team members to work with on this marketing project for Southwest. I'll be discussing the strengths, weaknesses, as well as overall team potential. I will discuss motivation, conflict management, and leadership strategies and theories that will be used around this team, as well as how Southwest Transit embodies conscious capitalism and the values of stakeholder orientation. Due to the budget of this project, it was important to pick employees that are motivated and seek rewards other than monetary. Natalie is motivated by challenges. This project gives her a great opportunity to let her ability shine and really make a difference in the company. Caitlin is motivated by challenging tasks and public praise as well as accolades. Although William doesn't always have motivation on a task he doesn't find worthwhile, the company's livelihood is depending on this project. Putting a lot of pressure on the success of this project should keep William motivated. Like Caitlin, William is motivated by showing appreciation for the work that he does. Half of the group's motivation comes from public praise, and that could also create a culture of social learning, as employees who might be underperforming or creating conflict in the group adapt to behaviors of their peers as they see them getting rewards for their effort. Natalie was primarily chosen for her positive attitude and ambition. It is important to have a team that creates a positive environment, and I believe although Natalie is competitive, her positivity and ambition will shine through. Her ability to smooth over tense situations will be critical as a moderator on the team should conflict arise. She is highly skilled as an excellent communicator, which is going to be essential for the overall team success. Caitlin was chosen due to her detail-oriented and cool under pressure qualities. With a short deadline, we need team members who get things done right the first time and meet strict deadlines. Between Caitlin and Elizabeth's focus on quality work and getting assignments done, punctuality, the team is set up for success to meet tight deadlines. I have confidence Caitlin and Elizabeth will help keep William on track with completing deadlines, as one of his weaknesses is getting assignments completed on time due to his perfectionist tendency. Although Caitlin could cause friction in the group based on her high expectations, the majority of the group identifies as perfectionists, ensuring the quality of work the group contributes is in line with each other's expectations. Elizabeth was chosen due to her proven leadership abilities. She will be designated as the informal leader of the group. Her ability to see the big picture is critical in an informal leader, as she won't get bogged down with tedious or small road bumps. Her ability to see the big picture will also be critical as another moderator of the group, keeping the team on track for a successful project. She will ensure deadlines are met while still producing quality work. Her desire to get promoted offers great motivation, as this project can really help her put her name out there for future promotion. Although William is in retirement, his experience in the field will be extremely beneficial on the team as he holds far more tenure than most of the team, other than Elizabeth. His positive attitude will fit in well with the rest of the group, as well as his perfectionist nature. Although William is non-confrontational and can shut down when conflict arises, Natalie and Elizabeth should be able to smooth over the tense situations in the group, getting the group back on track quickly. It was fairly easy to come to a decision on the team. However, I did struggle with the final member, William. My concerns with William were he was on the verge of retirement, and I was afraid he wouldn't be as invested in the project as others. I was also concerned with group composition and the heterogeneity of the group. William is older, closer to retirement, and the only male on the team. His primary motivation is not promotion, moving up, or starting their own company. I ultimately decided to add William to the team for a few reasons. His experience related to this industry is going to be important, and he adds value to the team by being able to share that knowledge. Although there are many differences, William does have a lot of the same personality traits and shares the team's positivity. His perfectionist nature will also serve him well to producing quality work for the team. Strengths and weaknesses of this team. As far as strengths, 3/4 of the group members identify with having a positive attitude. This quality will give the team a get-it-done culture and maintain morale when the going gets tough. This project requires long days, extra hours, and tight timelines. Having a team with overwhelmingly positive attitudes will make it easier for the team's endurance throughout the completion of this project. 3/4 of the group also identify with being detail-oriented. Having detail-oriented perfectionist teammates will ensure assignments are done right the first time with less management. Natalie also has placed emphasis on deadlines. So while the rest of the team really focuses on being detail-oriented, getting tasks done right the first time, the informal leader of the group will help ensure that all timelines are met. Potential weaknesses or downfalls could be members of the group are competitive in nature and could fight for an informal leadership role. Natalie, Caitlin, and Elizabeth's ambition could complement each other, or it could work against them. The natural leaders might have a hard time falling in line under an informal leader and be overcritical of their work and decisions should they feel the desire this position more. Communication could be also a weakness for the team. The team is split in half on preferred communication. Half of them, William and Elizabeth, prefer face-to-face and open communication, while Natalie and Caitlin prefer written communication, like email or an app-based technology-mediated communication, such as Teams or Slack. To mitigate the risk of these weaknesses, Natalie will be delegated as the informal leader based on experience, alleviating competitiveness among the team. A group contract will be written, establishing group norms, as well as a strict schedule of both meetings and use of written communication to ensure all members are feeling inclusive and given opportunities to add value to the project. Setting specific days for project meetings and team channels for communication will reduce communication barriers like ambiguity of meaning or misinterpretation. Management has very high confidence in this team's potential. Each team member brings qualities to the team that will help it excel. Natalie is positive, ambitious, and able to smooth over tense situations. Her positivity will impact the team by keeping morale high. The team needs a go-getter, and Natalie will be able to jump in and assist with difficult tasks. She's a great communicator and can lead the team dispersing meeting notes or keeping communication fluid during this project. Caitlin's a perfectionist and does impeccable work under pressure, which is great because we have some pretty tight deadlines. And Elizabeth might be the one actually applying that pressure to make sure deadlines are met. Elizabeth, like Natalie, has a positive attitude and will help keep the culture of the team positive. She can also see the bigger picture and has an open mind to change. This is important for team success with a project this big. A lot can get lost in the details. She will keep the team on track and moving forward to the big picture, a successful completion of retaining loyal customers. William brings the industry experience the others might be lacking. He, like Natalie and Elizabeth, is positive, helping him fit right into the team. He's also a perfectionist like Caitlin, and together they will be able to fine-tune assignments and even help other team members work to catch errors, avoiding any last-minute delays. All of these qualities create a foundation of a successful team. There will be two motivation theories applied to this team. The first, reinforcement theory. Reinforcement theory is credited from the work of B.F. Skinner, and it says that behavior is either positive or from negative reinforcement. Over half of the team is motivated by positive and public reinforcement. They like to be recognized for their work. This will be in the form of email or team channel shoutouts, coffee or lunch provided by the company when a milestone is achieved, or company awards at the end of the project. Personal notes and cards can be given when an employee does something outstanding with a small token of appreciation like a coffee gift card. On the same note, negative reinforcement can be managed as well. Teleworking or setting their own hours to work on this demanding project can be an incentive, but it can also be taken away if their current behavior is undesirable. Next, expectancy theory, which is credited to Victor Room. This theory says that employees work harder depending on how bad they want something and how likely they're going to get it. Given that half of this team's motivation is coming from growth in the company and or promotion, that is a huge driving factor for this team. If they can prove they can handle or lead such important projects such as this, their likelihood of promotion and future growth in the company is probable. This project requires a lot of hard work and dedication, but success is likely, giving these individuals motivation to want to do the project and to want to do it well. Potential conflict that can occur are differing process goals or interpersonal differences. In a situation where conflict of how something should be done, compromising will be an effective conflict management strategy. Having both sides give up something small to resolve the conflict. Both sides have to give something in order to create a win-win for the team. It would be best to be done in person and ensure both parties leave the meeting feeling like they didn't lose, rather they came to an arrangement together. When personalities clash, or also called interpersonal differences, collaborating will be essential. How this differs from compromising is this reflects a high concern for both parties. They both might end up compromising something, but that isn't the core of the strategy, rather coming to a conclusion that can meet both of their needs. This also ties back to conscious leadership, as we are caring for each other and the person. Abraham Lincoln once said, "I don't like that man, I must get to know him." Sometimes we don't always just disagree with what a person is saying or doing. We might think we might disagree with them as a person, but that might not be the case. Once we have a chance to get to actually know the person, we might be a little bit more understanding of where they're coming from. Prevention of this form can help as we put an emphasis on the forming stage of the team. However, if this conflict still happens, many times it's because we just don't know the person, what they've been through, what they've done. We have an issue maybe with not what they're doing, or not always who they are. Another vital part of the conscious leadership is having the team get to know and respect each other, even if they disagree with certain decisions. Next, there will be two primary leadership strategies used on this team. The first, inspirational leadership. Simon Sinek explained inspirational leadership is about starting with the why and not the how or the what. The leader can come to this group, explain the project, the what, and explain in detail how they should do it, and leave it at that. Instead, coming in and explaining the why, the dire importance of this project, will get these members invested. They will invest far more because they know what's at stake, what's on line for the company, and what's on line for them. After you have the why, the reason, then you can go outward to the how and the what. As Simon Sinek quoted in his TED Talk in 2010, we follow those who lead not because we have to, but because we want to. The second leadership strategy is path goal theory. This also has ties to expectancy theory, and since a large portion of the group falls into that motivation theory, it makes sense to make that a pillar in our leadership strategy. This group cares about the work they produce and are very driven. In order for them to be successful, a leader has to lay out exactly what is expected, and if reached, what they will get as reward. There are 4 kinds of leader behavior: directive, supportive, participative, and achievement-oriented. It is likely that a leader may need to use all of these leader behaviors during the entire project. In the beginning, a clear directive needs to be established and a foundation laid of what is expected and how it should get done, directing members of the team what specific tasks need to be completed. This team is very opinionated and has strong convictions about how something should be done. So meetings where members can actively participate in decision-making is critical to get employees invested in the project. And finally, many members of the team are motivated by public praise and recognition. So leadership needs to be achievement-oriented, figuring out ways to provide rewards with little to no budget, trying to back that reinforcement theory. Southwest Transit embodies conscious capitalism as they embody all 4 pillars of conscious capitalism. Their higher purpose is not just to make a large profit and leave. They saw a need in the market for low-cost travel options and they wanted to fill it. This option is giving those who may have never thought they could afford the luxury of traveling, now being able to travel at a low cost. Even as the company got larger, they stuck to their values and wanted to remain low-cost/affordable airlines. Stakeholder orientation is ensuring a win-win for everyone, not just those directly involved. It is a win-win-win situation. It helps everyone involved and sometimes those that are not even involved. It's a win for the customer as they're being able to travel for a low cost. Some may have thought they couldn't afford to travel until Southwest Transit came out with low-cost airfare, affording them new experiences they might not have gotten before. It benefits employees with empowerment benefits. It benefits employees with employment benefits and great employee-centric culture. Southwest Transit cares about growth and offering new opportunities to employees, including promotion from within. It benefits the entire ecosystem and economy, as if more people are traveling, they're fueling the economy across the country, in return, creating a demand for more jobs and tourism patients. Even suppliers of Southwest Transit benefit as that creates additional revenue and even potentially employees needed to provide for their client, Southwest Transit. A project such as this is vital because if the company is forced to do layoffs, all of these stakeholders, not just the employees, can suffer. Here is the final reference page to support my claims of the 4 chosen members for this project and the leadership strategies, theories, and motivation that will be used.